Yellow Productions presents
a travel guide for riding the Singapore cable car on Sentosa Island. The Singapore cable car just recently opened this new line. They have two lines now, one that runs from Mount Faber into Sentosa Island, and they opened a second line that runs kind of halfway across Sentosa Island. It'll take you from the Merlion to Imbiah Lookout, and then it will end up at Fort Siloso, all the way kind of at the, I guess, one end of Sentosa Island. So in this video, I'll tell you everything you need to know to ride this cable car. It's a pretty cool way to see this island, especially if you take the cable car from Mount Faber into Sentosa. Then you can take the cable car around Sentosa. The first thing that I'll say about riding the cable car here is it is two different tickets and two different ticket prices. You buy one ticket to ride from Mount Faber to Sentosa and back as a round trip, and then you buy a second ticket, or you can buy it as a combination, to ride the line in Sentosa Island. Just the Sentosa line is $13, the Mount Faber line is $29, or for $4 more than the Mount Faber line, you can get both cable cars all at the same time. The Sentosa line covers a distance of 880 meters, and a round trip will take you approximately 15 minutes. The cable cars hold up to 8 people, but the line opens at 8:45 in the morning, so if you want a cable car all to yourself, then come early. No lines at this time of the day. The views on the Sentosa cable car line are best from the Imbiah Lookout to Siloso Point station. Right next to Imbiah Lookout, right where I am now, is the highest point. You can look out back this way and you can see the other Singapore cable car line. That's the one that runs from Mount Faber. And then you can look out the other direction and you can see all of the ships that are waiting to come into Singapore. There's a couple of these little man-made islands that are offshore, and these are the cool man-made beaches of Sentosa Island. And if we look out this way, then you can see the cable car as it's going to Siloso Point. As you get to the middle of this section, you will cross over the Sentosa zip line. I know you probably can't see it down there, but it goes from the top all the way down to this little island right here. It's Asia's steepest, fastest, and I think longest zip line. It's pretty fun. I did it last time I was here. I'd suggest it to you. I definitely suggest if you're doing this cable car, you don't just do it to ride and see the view, but you get off and enjoy Sentosa Island while you're here. If you get off at the terminus station, the Siloso Point station, one of the big attractions here is this new skywalk. Definitely check that out. There is also the beach. If you want some cold drinks, inside the station there is a 7-Eleven and a place that sells coconut ink, famous ice cream. Right at the top of the Imbiah Lookout station is where you'll get your best views of the other cable car line, the central business district here in the back, which is always cool to see from a distance. And you're always reminded, though, that Singapore is a huge cargo port. There's lots of these cargo docks that you can see from the cable car as well. Right around the Imbiah Lookout station is where you'll find the largest collection of attractions on Sentosa Island. There's the Sentosa Luge, which I think is pretty fun. You ride down the hill in this kind of luge car. There's the Butterfly Park and Insect Kingdom over this way, 4D Adventureland. So the kids are definitely going to like this part of Sentosa Island. At the Imbiah Lookout station, they've got a couple very interesting vending machines. One here that sells coconut jelly, but this one here that's even more interesting, it sells 100% freshly squeezed orange juice. It's $5 Singaporean dollars, and you can see the oranges inside, squeezes them right up, drops them down, and you get some fresh orange juice. Straws right here, cup comes out the bottom. Cool. When you're taking the round trip back, coming into the Merlion station, you'll know it's the Merlion station because there's the large head of the Merlion poking up here. You can see Resorts World Sentosa over on the left. That's also where Universal Studios is. So if your travel brings you to Singapore, Sentosa Island in particular, I definitely recommend checking out the Singapore cable car and the Sentosa Island section of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more like it, I publish new videos every Sunday. Please subscribe, or you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Links in the description below. Or you might enjoy watching one of these other videos. Click any of them to watch, or find links in the description below.
In the upper left, you'll find my travel guide on Singapore in general. In the upper right, you'll find a video on Singapore's best air-conditioned food courts. In the lower left, you'll find a video on gardens by the bay. And in the lower right, you'll find my video on Singapore's Sentosa Island.